Hi girls, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be kind of like a mashup of things I have been loving over the past few months. This won't be like a designated monthly favorites video because like I said, a lot of these things that I have been loving or wearing or eating, I've been using them over the past few months. So if you're interested to see what I have to share, then keep on watching. Alright you guys, so I'll first start off with food. I have two things in the food category, and I will first start off with these cacao nibs, I believe they're pronounced, from Trader Joe's. This is like a dark chocolate snack, I guess you could say. It's 66% dark chocolate, and I personally love these because I have been watching my sugar like crazy over the past few months, and of course, like as a human, I still have sweet cravings. So this and the other thing that I will show you guys are the two things that I have been reaching for when I do kind of have like a sweet tooth, and obviously I don't want to grab like a Snickers bar or something. So if you don't like dark chocolate, this probably won't be like the snack for you. But if you do like dark chocolate, I do recommend trying these out. They are again from Trader Joe's, and I think these were like $3. And I personally use these or I eat these like by themselves, first of all. Or I actually make my own trail mix, and instead of putting like other dark chocolate or chocolate chips, I will just, you know, put these in it. And I will also use these in like Greek yogurt, and I'll just mix like some nuts and some of this and maybe some fresh berries in some Greek yogurt. It sounds a little bit weird in Greek yogurt, but it does really add a good flavor and texture to the yogurt. So I highly recommend checking these out. And the next product that I have been loving, and I think I've been loving these probably since the beginning of the year, and you have to excuse the packaging. I was such in a hurry to open the bag. I kind of like busted the whole bag down the side. Nonetheless, these are the Trader Joe's sweet plantain chips, and I do have them here in a Ziploc bag. So this is what they actually look like, but they're kind of just like, I think they're dried up plantains, and then I believe they fry them yeah, in palm oil. So they are fried, but they are a really good snack. Again, if you are craving something a little bit sweet and you are watching your sugar, there is no added sugar, and I think you can have 12 of these chips for like 130 calories, and again, no sodium, which is also a good thing that I personally am watching. And the 5 grams of sugar comes from the natural sweetener from the plantain. So again, if you are kind of being a little bit more sugar conscious, but of course you have your cravings like anybody else does, I highly recommend checking these out. And of course, if you like plantain. Alright, so the next category, I guess you could say, will be like home slash decor slash candles. So this is a diptyque candle. This is probably my like 5th diptyque candle over the past maybe year and a half that I've been buying them. Particularly, I love the rose scent and the beige scent. They're the only two that I really love. And the great thing about these is that even though they are pricey, this one is, they come in 2 sizes. This particular one is the 6.5 fluid ounce. Even though these are really pricey, I definitely repurpose the jars. If you follow me on Instagram, then you may have seen some of the like DIY projects that I've done with the jars, and I will show you that because it is one of my next favorites. But nonetheless though, these have been a favorite of mine, like I said, over the past year and a half. And a new kind of, I guess, product or like accessory to the candle that I have purchased, I think I got this maybe like a month ago. This is just the diptyque jar lid. Unfortunately, the diptyque candles don't come with a lid, and I personally hate when you blow out a candle and the smoke just like lingers everywhere. It really gives me a headache. Like regardless of the scent, it will give me a headache. So I purchased this from Nordstrom. I think this was like $22. So it does kind of suck, and I do feel like for as much as these candles cost, they should come with a lid. But I mean, I guess it is what it is at this point. So yeah, I really have been loving this lid from diptyque as well. And you can also kind of use it as a candle stand when you burn your candle. So just another way to kind of decorate the candle while it's decorating your house, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I have been loving that candle. And as I said, when I am done burning these candles, I repurpose the jar, and I do all sorts of little things, but one of the, I guess, favorite things that I have been using them for are these DIY cactus and succulent jars. I have, this one is actually in a Jo Malone jar, but I have two that's sitting right across from me, and I may do like a cutaway shot just showing you guys the other ones that I have. But I have been loving these. This is a great way to add like fun decor and some greenery to your home, and of course repurpose these candle jars, because these things, you guys, are like between $60 and $65 a pop. So again, for that much money, you definitely need to find something to utilize these jars for. So I have been loving this. This has actually grown quite a lot since I first got it, but yeah, I highly recommend just Googling or Pinteresting or Instagram searching how to do these jars. They're really simple, really easy, and again, it adds a great pop of color to your home. Alright, so moving right along, the next thing that I have been loving is this Byredo Rose of No Man's Land Parfum. Now, I first came across the Byredo perfume line back in like fall of last year. Fell in love with the Rose of No Man's Land, the Black Saffron, as well as the Baldy Afrique. Absolutely love those scents, but I won't lie, the perfumes are very, very, very expensive. So I did not initially buy a perfume. They do come in two sizes though. The one that I did end up getting, obviously, is the 3.3 fluid ounce, and again, these are definitely investments. They are not, I believe it's like the toilettes, which have alcohol in it. These are the pure parfums, so they are definitely more expensive, and obviously you're paying for the name and you're paying for the packaging and all that other stuff as well, but you definitely are paying for a better quality. This particular size, I believe, is $230. So again, they are very expensive. I will be the first and last to say that, but this is definitely one of those scents, in my opinion, that you can wear it all year long. This is not a scent, in my opinion, that you have to only wear during like spring and summer or just fall and winter. This, for me at least, will definitely be a year-long scent, and this is like by far my new signature scent. And I actually haven't started to use this particular jar yet, because I do have a few samples of the Rose of No Man's Land that I'm trying to use at first. So I haven't cracked this open just yet, but like, it's still my favorite. So I highly recommend checking them out. You can buy them on Barney's, the website, or like at your local Barney's, or the Byredo website, or Net-a-Porter. Net-a-Porter also has Byredo as well. So if you are interested, I do recommend checking this out. But I absolutely love this scent, and I definitely will be investing in a few more of the Byredo perfumes. So moving right along, you guys know, of course, I had to feature some of my fashion favorites over the past few months. So I will start off with something that I recently purchased, but I have been obsessing over, and this is the Beehive Boys shirt that I purchased from the Formation, the Beyonce, obviously, Formation World Tour. I actually was really hoping to get my hands on the World Tour bomber jacket, but I don't know, it was just like some nonsense going on when we got to the concert, so I didn't end up getting that. But this was definitely like my second pick. If I had to choose anything else from like the merchandise, was definitely going to be this shirt. So I have been loving this. This is obviously just like a great t-shirt just to chuck on when you're running errands, or you know, you don't want to really put like a whole outfit together. And I just love the kind of this saying, the Beehive Boys, even though I'm a girl, but I don't mind being called a Beehive Boy. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I have been absolutely obsessing over this shirt. This is actually the shirt that I wore in my last video, which was my Gucci reveal, my Gucci shoe reveal. So if you haven't seen that, definitely check that out. I will leave a link to it down below. But I have been obsessing over this shirt since I have gotten it. And of course, continuing on the Beyonce Hive train, of course, I could not mention my Ivy Park slides. I purchased these obviously when the Ivy Park collection first came out, which I believe was in April, and I kind of am surprised that I got my hands on these, because I feel like amongst a few other things from the initial collection, these were like some of the more, I guess this was one of the more sought after items, and I did purchase these from Topshop. Everything else that I purchased from the collection was from Nordstrom. but they were sold out. So I did end up purchasing these from Topshop, and again, I'm surprised that they were available. These are in the size 8.5, which if you ask me is a very like prime time size. But yeah, I've been obsessing these. If you follow me on Snapchat, then you will probably see these like every other day, because again, they are just great for running errands, for walking the dogs, for just, I don't know, everyday wear, I guess you could say. So I have been obsessing over these, and these will definitely continue to be like a favorite of mine throughout the rest of summer. All right, and last but certainly not least, as you guys can see, this is my new MANSUR GAVRIEL bucket bag, and I wasn't going to feature this bag in this video. I was actually going to do a separate video on it, but then I figured since you guys have probably seen it on my blog or on my Instagram, then I might as well just go ahead and just throw it in this video. But yeah, I have been loving this bag ever since I got it, which I think was like the end of April, maybe early May. And yeah, it's so pretty. I absolutely love the colorway. As you can see, it is in the Camello/tan color. And if you know me, then you already know what color interior I got, you guys. Of course, I had to go and get it in the gold color, like just by default. Like seriously. And like, how pretty is it up against the tan color? I just think it's so gorgeous. Nonetheless, if you have been following my blog or you have seen any of my previous YouTube videos, then you will know that I actually purchased this bag last year in the black and the cobalt blue interior. And as much as I love the bag, as much as the bag was functional for my everyday life, I love the simplicity of the bag, which is one reason I am obsessed with the MANSUR GAVRIEL, the brand in itself. It's just because their pieces are very low-key. They're not super branded, even though I still love a good logo. The pieces are just not super branded. And I love everything about the bag, but unfortunately, I just was not in love with the color combination. So I ended up just actually giving the bag to my mom, and I actually got an email from MANSUR GAVRIEL about a month and a half ago with just saying that they had just released their bucket bags again. And I had no intention of actually buying the bag. I just said I'm just gonna go to the website and see you know, what color combinations they have, if they're even still available, because the bags they're not as in demand as they were like last year, but they still are very popular. So when I went to the website, I saw that this colorway was available, and needless to say, I got the bag. But I love it. This is definitely going to be my new spring summer bag, and frankly, you guys, this will probably be the only bag that I buy this year, just because I do have a big purchase that I'm trying to save up for right now. So this will probably be the only bag that I purchased this year, and I wanted to be very strategic with the bag that I purchased this year, because I wanted it to be something I could wear with absolutely everything, something that wasn't super branded, even though I love a good logo. But one thing, like I said, I love the brand MANSUR GAVRIEL because they are very low-key. The only thing, you guys, I'm sure will not be able to see this. I might do a pan away shot, but the only how you will know this is a MANSUR GAVRIEL bag is if you see the MANSUR GAVRIEL like hot stamped in gold down here. Other than that, unless you just know MANSUR GAVRIEL, you probably would not know this is a MANSUR GAVRIEL bucket bag. Nonetheless, though, I love it. This is definitely going to be my new dump bag, as people would say, even though I definitely still will be taking care of this bag and, you know, loving on this bag, because it was still expensive. Like, it was not cheap by any means, but it definitely isn't as expensive as maybe some of my other bags as well. But I have been loving this. You guys definitely will be seeing a lot more of this. Like I said, if you follow my blog or you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen it here and there, but I definitely will be using this a whole lot more. So hopefully you won't get sick of seeing it. And my last favorite, which is definitely more of a recent favorite, is actually my necklace slash bracelet slash new choker. This is actually my Hermes Happy 3 bracelet that I just wrapped around my neck and am wearing as a choker. And as we all know, chokers are a huge trend right now in fashion, and I've just kind of been experimenting with different like ways to wear chokers or styles, and I just saw my bracelet and I was just kind of like, oh, well, maybe this will wrap around my neck, and it did. And I think it's so cute with the kind of the classic H. Hopefully you guys can kind of see it. But yeah, I love it. It's a cool idea. It's very 90s inspired, but of course that's what chokers are all about. And yeah, I've been loving this, and you guys will definitely be seeing a lot more of this as well on my blog. But with that being said, that is everything. Thank you guys again for watching. Per usual, like, comment, subscribe if you are already not following my channel. And yeah, if you feel it in your spirit to share the video, go ahead and share the video. Thank you guys again for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.